What's gaming, gamers? Welcome to something. I've watched a couple of videos of people playing Nubby's Number Factory, the Nubby machine go big, and I'll be completely honest with you. This seems like my kind of game. This seems like the kind of thing that I'm really into. I've played a little bit of Ballionaire. I've played a little bit of Peglin. Yeah, this is my kind of vibe. Also, just like the aesthetic is crazy. There's no challenge, there's no nothing. I'm just gonna have a couple of games of Nubby's Number Factory and we're gonna see big numbies go up. Hit play. I was thinking about hitting skip the tutorial, but I'm not going to, just in case there's something that I missed. I was just about to be too big for my britches and be like, no, I'm gonna skip the tutorial, I know what I'm talking about. Hey, you must be the new employee they were telling me about. My name is Tony and I'm going to be a supervisor. My job is to show you how to run the factory. I don't really care about your name or anything, so let's just get into this. The world's most honest manager of all time. The world's only honest manager, actually. First things first, welcome aboard to Nubby's Number Factory, the world's leading number manufacturer. This is the main control center of the factory. Your first task is to launch your owl mascot, Nubby, down the pegboard. Hold right mouse and press left click to launch. Wow, you're really good at this. Don't patronize me, man. At this factory, your only job is to make big numbers. By launching Nubby at these pegs, you will earn however many points you are shown on the peg. This number shows how many points you made in a round. If the number on the bottom is the goal, If you beat the goal, the board will restock. If you get a really high score, the board can restock multiple times in a single round. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you what a restock even is. Listen up, because restocks are an important thing. When the board restocks, a bunch of new pegs will fall from the sky and fill all your empty spaces. Soon after, pairs of pegs with the same number will merge into one greater peg. Oh, so this is like 2048 rules, I guess. All right, let's try it out. Keep launching Nubby until you beat the goal. Right, and then left mouse. Nice. Wow, pegtacular. This also gives me real Baldi's Basics vibes just from like the art style alone. So if I slip out a couple of wow, so every now and again, which is kind of like what I imagine Baldi sounds like. He kind of hits you with like the wow, but it's like almost like a pitched up Owen Wilson. Forgive me. That was Pegalicious. You're a star. Just kidding. No, you're not. Thank you, manager. We're almost done. To rearrange your new pegs, press the jumble button. Nice. Launch Nubby one more time. I want to show you something. Let me show you something. Let me tell you something. So you might have noticed that Nubby goes through some pegs, but not others. Nubby will break through ones, but will bounce off any peg greater than one. All right, bud, that's it for the tutorial. Figure out the rest for yourself. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing. Every time you launch Nubby, you lose one life. If you run out of lives, the sun will explode. But luckily, every time the board restocks, you get one life back. So as long as you keep making big numbers, nobody gets hurt. Okay, now I'm done. Thanks for not pressing the skip the tutorial button. I know that was difficult for you. Son of a bitch. You. How dare you? I'll start you off with a fresh new factory now. Good luck. Thank you, manager. Wow. That's a lot of tools. Yeah, nice. A little restock action. And we've got the fours going on. So I know that this kind of starts off very calm. And then immediately out of nowhere, we'll just be doing like crazy numbers where things will just be like popping off left, right, and center. We won't know what to do with ourselves. All right. Click an item to drag and drop it into your inventory. Press right mouse on items in your inventory to sell them. Cool. Disguise kit. Disguise glasses. Man, reading is hard. I see the word D and I just see the image of the glasses and my brain jumps ahead to the end and it's like, this is a disguise kit. Just say the words disguise kit. That's not how reading comprehension works. Disguise glasses, highest number peg popped. Pops 2 random pegs. Tardigrade peg halved. We can't afford you, so there's no point in reading you. I'll stop reading now. Nubby hits wall, pops 1 random peg. All right. Highest number peg popped, pops 2 random pegs. I know that popping a peg is when you hit it the first time and they only count as like fully popped if you get rid of them completely. So I think this one's pretty good for us as a starter item. We'll hit done there. Because then we just need to jumble and hope that one of these 16s is in a spot where we can hit it. Awesome. Does that happen? Oh, it happens like constantly. So if we hit 8, if we hit the 32, and then we hit either of the 16s, and then we hit any of the 8s. Yeah. I get you. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Nice. Sneaky snipers. This peg will pop the highest number peg when popped, and it will not pop itself. Oh, that's actually really good for us. Awesome. Well, we definitely hit at least one restock. I'm going to be honest that sometimes when I'm watching people play this game, and also when I'm playing it myself, I've come to realize I kind of just, oh wow, we missed that one. I kind of just almost like disassociate because I don't really know what I'm supposed to be looking at or paying attention to. I know that watching this go up is usually pretty good. You got loot. Let's tear Nubby's head in half to get our loot. 5% chance to force trigger the item in slot 5. We have no item in slot 5. That's every time that Nubby bounces, which is pretty good. Force triggers all first peg popped items. Well, we don't have any first peg popped items. Skip would give us 4 gold. I think Springy Perk's fine because when we eventually unlock number 5, then we should be okay. Can we hit that 64? Thank you. Thank you. If we didn't hit that 64, it was going to be rough for us. So we could just expand the item slot and then move the glasses over into this, but that feels kind of low chance because it's only 5%. Peg fully popped pops the lowest number peg twice. Every empty peg space will give points equal to the total amount of pegs that have been popped this round. That seems really good. For 7 gold? 7G? Might not necessarily be gold. Yeah, let's get this. Let's get the sea cucumber out. I do want to expand when we can. Oh, the reroll's free, so we might as well do that as well. Okay, so if you buy them, then you can jump on top of each other and they upgrade. This item emits a god ray. I have seen that people have been routinely crashing their game by buying this item. The god ray rapidly pops a random peg once for each time the item in slot number 1 has triggered in this round. And then we can drag this. Do we have to drag an item here to freeze it? And we can only freeze one item. That's fine. I don't want the all-seeing pyramid because I have a feeling that I'm one of those people who would immediately brick the game by doing so. This is fine. Yeah, and that gave us 14 on each empty slot. That's crazy. Can I have that 128 up higher? No, it's all right. Wow, this might just straight up just like get us through the early game. Okay, we want to kind of bounce you here and go all the way over if we could, Nubby. Here-ish? No, that was really bad. But whoa! No, it wasn't that. I guess when we've got the disguise glasses, if we get everything down to the same level and then it pops any peg, then it pops all the pegs, I guess, because technically speaking, we are popping the highest number peg if all of them are the same number. That's pretty cool. And I think the sea cucumber is really doing work for us. This is almost perfect. The Grabatron. Gold, 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 gold. Some sort of key. I know that the gold gives you 1 to 10, and I know the key gives you something, but I don't remember what. So I don't really feel like I want to get the gold. What am I saying? Of course I want to gamble. I'm gambling. I love gambling. Give me like 10 gold immediately, please. Please. No. All right, I guess we can gamble a little bit more for whatever this is. So what does this do? The key capsule, evil. It's like when you say like to somebody, I did it today in one of my private discords. I said, "You are my friend," derogatory. When opened, receive a suspicious key. Suspicious key on the next shop. You will gain access to the black market. Okay, so we just get the suspicious key regardless when we grab that. That's not bad. I know that the black market items are quite good. We want this up higher. We did not get it, so let's try and just clear as many pegs as possible while simultaneously doing as many bounces as possible, I guess is our other game plan for this. I want to kind of bounce you like, ooh. I kind of wanted to, ooh. I wanted to try and get this in between here and the wall. Okay, or you can just lose all momentum and just go straight down. How about we jumble it up? All right, finally, good. Going crazy, 6 seconds, insane. He lived for so long. All right, you're the same thing forever. Yeah, that just feels like a really, like, honestly, like a massive win for us. Because every time that we pop that peg, that was crazy. There's so many bounces. Sorry, I feel like I'm not really saying much in terms of all of our pops, because like a lot's going on. First peg popped. If the first peg popped is the highest number peg, multiply total score by 2. So does this not just only give us double whatever the highest peg popped is, unless we have a bunch of effects that go off when we launch Nubby? Nubby dies. If the round goal was passed 2 or more times this round, multiplies the total points by 1.2. I know that the pregnancy test gives you an extra Nubby when the first peg is popped, and that seems like really good compared to all of the other stuff. So I'm going to grab that, and then we're going to just like, oh, and the Nubby dying will trigger our sea cucumber because now we've got 2 Nubbies that die. This peg will disable a random item when fully popped. Disabled items cannot trigger for the rest of the round. Rough, and it did hit our highest peg popped, which is very sad. Okay, well, it didn't get fully popped, and we made it through. So let's crack open Nubby's head. Force trigger all items that summon anything. You can't be force triggered, so that doesn't matter. Force triggers all X pegs popped do something items. Well, we don't have X pegs popped. We've got highest number peg popped, which doesn't do anything for us. So I think we skip here, gain a little bit of money. We're in the stratosphere. We can bounce, big bouncies. Awesome, going great. I didn't just notice now that there's this little tracker here to show us like whereabouts we are in terms of progress. Ooh, did you see that? It got sandwiched between 2 pegs and it made love to each other. I don't know why, I'm just saying words. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just saying words. I'm just letting it's quite, I don't want to even say it's late at night, because it's realistically it's not late at night, but I've had a long day. I'm just kind of like I'm just letting it all out, you know? This is kind of like one of those games that you kind of play when whoa! It was only a 2 times restock, so you know, maybe it didn't merit that sort of reaction, but I felt it bubbling up inside of me, so I wanted to let it out. This is kind of one of those games where the commentary is really just kind of like free flow train of thought style commentary, because I can't really give any far out. I can't even really give any. That didn't win. I can't even really give any sort of like high level thought processes, because I'm just kind of like, this triggers this does this. Okay, awesome. Shoot the ball. Make the magic happen. Okay, that should, yes, we cleared it. Awesome. Great job. I do want to grab you. We've got so much more asbestos. We have asbestos in our ceiling. 1 random peg. I want to turn Canadian there for a second. 1 random peg gives 20 points. Increase this number by 20 for every time this item has triggered during this round. Well, we're definitely buying you. Pops 2 random pegs twice. That could lead to some interesting stuff. Nubby emits a burst of nuclear waste. Nuclear waste pops any pegs it touches. If Nubby isn't alive, a random peg will emit the burst. Well, we want to expand. We did mention that we want to expand, and now every time that we bounce, we have a chance to trigger this multiple times, which sounds pretty good. We could also get you here. That's not really that great, I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe it's cracked beyond belief and I'm just not seeing it. Peg being halved gives a random peg 20 points. Doubles 4 random pegs whose number is less than 32. Nubby hits wall twice. That could be like good for just like a constant bouncing build, but it feels like it kind of works not in sync with our sea cucumber as well, because we bounce a lot more while we kind of sustain. Both of these kind of don't work with the sea cucumber because it kind of is sustaining the pegs for a longer period of time, and we want empty spaces. You know what? I'm willing to give the uranium rod a try. Words that I don't think I would have ever thought of saying. I don't think I would have ever said that in my life. Gives +5 points for every time this item has triggered during this round, which is 5 pegs popped. Pass round goal summons a sharp shot that will pop a random peg 10 times. That seems pretty good if it hits the highest rated peg. Not bad, but like we already... I don't really want to sell any of this. I'm kind of just learning the game and what the intricacies. Whoa, 1,024. That's a big number. Oh, that was the burst of radioactive muggins, I guess. Yes, understood. Okay. It kind of like explodes like upwards and then comes back down. Understood. Mope. Hydrogen bomb. Legalize hydrogen bombs. When popped for the first time, this peg will trigger a mega explosion that pops all pegs at once. That doesn't sound great, but I want to hit it anyway just to see what happens. It wasn't great. Good to know, but we got through it at least. Give me the highest peg pop, thank you, sir. Oh, crack open this Nubby. If the first peg popped was the highest number peg, force triggers the items in slots 1 and 2 2 times. Like this here. First peg popped, force triggers all items in odd numbered slots. So we do this. This being force triggered doesn't really do much for us on the first peg being popped, I don't think. So I think I'm more interested in doing this. We just need to constantly hit the highest number peg, so we want to hit you first. Well, best laid plans, am I right, everyone? Pants pops a random peg. When this peg pops, it will give points twice. Okay, so I guess that if you do this twice, it will pop a random peg twice and give you double the points each time. Nubby gives points equal to the number of times that Nubby has bounced this round. I'm really starting to see a bounce build kind of working in our favor, but I really like this highest peg popped business that we got going on. Is there a world where I just buy double pants just to see what happens? I think there is. Pops a random peg. When this peg pops, it will give points 4 times. Well, let's expand as well. Why not? Is it like this? No. It's like this? No, there's because we want this to trigger multiple times. I think. Or do we want this to trigger multiple times? And then a chance for this. Sure. That seems good, right? I mean, it's making a lot of noise, and we got to a nice restock ×3, so that kind of does lead me to believe that it was in fact nice. This is kind of gross. That's much better. All right. We got an okay one. We got the mope that explodes. Does this count as popping as the first peg being popped being this one because it pops all of them simultaneously? Does not look to be the case. Right? Because this is the one that, I don't know. I really, I'm going to be honest with you, didn't really pay attention. Don't really understand exactly what's going on. I know that I'm making numbies. And that's what's important, is that is the numbies. The numbies, Mason, what do they means is it's not Lieutenant Soap, Captain Price. Holy shit. Let me just channel my Call of Duty brain from when I was back in high school for a minute. Fuck me. What's the character's name who asks you, Mason, what do the numbers mean? I played this game like every day of my entire high school career from like year 6 all the like year 7 through to like year 9. Nah, I've lost it. It's gone. It's out. It doesn't exist. Don't worry about it. That thought, gone. Sorry for holding up for so long. You know what the scary thing is that I can't even check how bizarre to do my whole spiel about following if you're enjoying watching the video or subscribing. Nubby dies, summons a beach ball that emits 5 streams of confetti when popped. Pegs popped by confetti give 120. You sound really good, so I'm gonna freeze you. Our build seems okay so far. Let's get up to 7 because I know that, yeah, you unlock this cafe. And stocks are random. Both of these stock are random rare food. 50% chance to force trigger the rightmost item in your inventory. Sure. I've frozen the man and we can work towards it. I was about to say that I'm getting a little bit spooked of how far we have to get to clear our goal, but we're on round 36 and it seems like as long as we hit the highest peg first, it really seems like we eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so it doesn't really matter. All psychic pegs will give points equal to their number when any psychic peg is popped. Oh, these are special rounds. I thought that these were like boss rounds, and so I was like spooked about them, but it seems like they aren't even close to boss rounds. Most of the time, they're just like cool rounds that make our life easier. It may come to pass that that's not true. But for the time being, it seems like we're doing all right. I still don't have enough money. 60% chance to do nothing, 20% chance to double one random peg, 20% chance to halve one random peg. Okay. It seems like you would be really good in like a peg halved build. All pegs will give points equal to double the number of the lowest numbered peg, halves the highest number peg, doubles the lowest number peg. Yeah, right? Like all 3 of these items together seems like that they would be awesome, but I'm just gonna go to the cafe. What are you? Tart lard. Upgrades the rightmost item in your inventory, deletes the leftmost item from your inventory. Okay. Gain a reroll. Mimics the effect of the lot. Oh, okay. So I can't do anything is what you're telling me. I guess I reroll. I think rerolling with 3 is fine because we still can't get our frozen stuff. One random peg gives 20 plus points. Is this saying that the peg itself gains the points, or is it telling me that the peg gives me the points? I don't know, and I'm scared of asking, so I'm just going to hit done and say good day, sir, and hope that not improving our run is not going to hurt us too much. Oh, we got a lot of bounces. We got a lot of bounces. I feel like the sea cucumber needs to be upgraded, otherwise it's going to start running out. This is the boss peg. Okay, this peg will break after it has been popped for the first time. Weirdly good for us. Yeah, see, that seemed like easy as shit. It seemed really easy for us. If Nubby dies, if you have passed the round goal this round, force triggers the item in slot 5 twice. But see, if I've already passed the round goal, what's the point? I guess it gives me money. All first peg popped items. You two, you can't be force triggered, so it's just you? I kind of just want the four golds, sorry to say. Let's go to the moon. The moon! Anybody else just like play a lot of Marvel Rivals and wish that there was like a Gru skin for Moon Knight? Because when he drops his ulti and he just goes, the moon haunts you. Every single time that I was playing with my friends, I just put on my best Steve Carell and I was just like, the moon. That was the worst Steve Carell impression I've ever done in my life. I was gonna say I'm going to kill myself, but that's like a different Steve Carell impression from what was it? Little Miss Sunshine? Was it Little Miss Sunshine that he was like the depressed gay teacher? I haven't seen that movie in a while. That should go on the rewatch list. I remember watching it being a really good movie. It's got Paul Dano in it and he's colorblind. That's all I remember from that movie. Oh, and the old grandpa who was like her whole reason for wanting to enter the contest dies on the road trip to the contest. Like that's a crazy movie. Summons a beach. Okay, I froze you for a reason. Summons a beach ball that emits 5 streams of confetti when popped. Sure. And then cafe. Gain 1 coin for every strawberry eaten this game. Well, we haven't really eaten any strawberries. Do I have anything else I want to buy? Both of you are kind of meh. You're scary. I'm going to reroll just to see if there is anything I want to buy. First peg popped creates a chain bolt that pops a cluster of pegs. Yeah, you seem pretty good. Okay, now I'm kind of regretting not taking that perk that was like re-trigger all of the first pegs popped items, but it emits a burst of bouncy unstable waste. Ah. Unstable waste bounces and pops any pegs that it touches. Cool. Your uranium rod plus, now you're blue and sparkly. Very nice. Awesome. We got double trouble. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like the beach ball. I do like the beach ball. And the cool thing is, because we've got the pregnancy test, see, this is where you get to the point in the game where you're just kind of saying words in a chain. And if you weren't here from the start, like if you somehow managed to click on this video and you jump to the 20-minute mark and I'm saying this sentence, it's not going to make any sense to you if you didn't follow along the journey. But now, because we've got the pregnancy test, when we hit our first peg, Nubby gets born again and we get 2 Nubbies. And then when both of them die, the dolphin spawns 2 beach bowls. See what I mean? It's just like a nonsense sentence. Is it worth trying to hit? I want to see if I hit this bad boy. I didn't hit the bad boy first anyway, so it didn't really matter. But we still made it. So when popped, this peg will emit 2 snot shots that pop any pegs they pass through. Sure. Where's our 16k? All the way down there. Still in a bad spot. That's okay. Go snot. You had 1 left, man. That was almost a board clear. What are you doing? Get your sword. That's a really bad Danny DeVito. Well, you know what? This is why I try and play video games for entertainment and I don't try and do impressions. I'm clearly not an impressionist. 10 pegs popped. Force triggers the leftmost item in your inventory. Lose 5% of your total points. That seems rough. Hey, zombie perk. That's the one that I just said before. Man, I'm really sad that we didn't get that. Can this 16k go, thank you, a little bit higher for us so that we can hit you first? I think the funny thing with this game as well is that you will kind of get to a point where you're like, I want to hit the first peg, the highest number peg. And then your brain goes, okay, why do you want to hit the highest number peg? I know currently it's because we've got the buckshot perk. But other than that, I could legitimately not tell you why I want to hit the highest number peg. A random peg will explode and pop 8 maximum nearby pegs every second. Wow. And then you have a chance to pop the highest peg, and then 2 random pegs will get popped twice. Did the developer of this game intentionally make it hard to say the words of things that you do? Force trigger the rightmost item in your inventory, which would be our inflatable dolphin, which isn't bad. Gain 1 coin for each remaining life. That's literally just 2 money for free. Awesome. Can we buy anything now with that? Let's reroll this just in case there's anything here that we want. Disguise, clear, disguise, glasses. I don't know, we've kind of got a good thing going here, I think. I kind of sad that I haven't seen a single other sea cucumber. So maybe I'm going to grab the shish kebab so that we can get the kebab perk. Seems pretty good. Reroll? Hey, free money. And then, I mean, I guess there's no harm in just giving us more pants, right? Like we're a 4-legged creature now. There's no harm in having 4 pairs of pants. Sometimes Nubby just kind of gets like stuck on a peg and just bounces repeatedly. And it's awesome because you get so many points out of it. Booger party, woo! These are the ones that fucking explode. Okay, I can't have you. Ah, so if you jumble when you've got the special one, the jumble actually takes it off of those pegs and puts it on different pegs. That's good knowledge to have. All right, you piece. Can you please get in the right spot so that I can activate you? Do I have something that's trying to force trigger this? Is that what happened? Slots 1 and 2. Slot 5. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, we're okay. For some reason I saw this go red and I was like, oh, am I trying to force trigger this and it doesn't work? We are starting to get to like slightly spooky territory where we're board clearing, but we're almost not generating enough points. Do I want any of this? Sure, give me one of these things. I don't know what these are. When opened, the mystery capsule, 85% chance to read random common item, 8% chance to read a random common perk, and then there's a 2% chance for a rare perk, 5% chance for a rare item. 5 pegs popped summons 1 quill that falls from the sky and hugs, and pops 1 peg. You know what, Pants? Thank you for the 3 gold. You've done your service. I feel like we need something that gives us more pegs or more points. Wow, that was awful. Did you see all of those things just drop right down the center? That was absolutely abysmal. Like, we're still comfortably clearing it. And I guess that as we go on, the pegs are getting like exponentially more and more impactful. Say cheese. This peg gives points twice when popped. Nice. Didn't land on any of the big boys, so let's flip it. Oh, it did land on one of the big boys, which is awesome. Somehow we have gotten this far into the game and we have like an 8 peg. I didn't think it was possible. I don't think it was possible for us to re-roll the map into a worse version of itself just then, but we definitely did. Okay, we could upgrade you. You are honestly not that bad. I'll upgrade you. Sure. Summons 2 quills that fall from the sky and pop 1 peg, and there's a 10% chance to summon 1 additional quill for 3 in total. Why did I just sound like... Okay, this is a really deep cut, but if anybody understands me, somebody will. If anybody understands me, you're my goat. For real. There was this old PS2 game on... I just keep stopping myself because I'm thinking about what I'm saying. There's this old game on PS2. I've been robbed. When fully popped, the slot in item 1 will be sold. Oh. I guess sea cucumber, your time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. There was this game in on PS2 for Dragon Ball that was like a 1v1 like fighting game, but it wasn't any of the Budokai Tenkaichi games. It was like a weird like off-brand version of those. It was like a 2D fighting game, but they were 3D models. I don't know how to describe it other than that. But you would go to the options menu and Chi-Chi was there, and when she was there, if you hovered over, like if you waited too long for something, she would speak in Japanese, and I never knew what she said because I was like really young at the time. But that noise that I just made where I went is basically the cadence that she used to speak at. Like I said, if fucking anybody gets that, like, congratulations, because I'm not even sure where I pulled that from. We're at the Sun Temple. That's the important part. The important part is that we're at the Sun Temple. If you are the one person who watches this video who understood that reference and understood what I'm talking about, I don't know, like and subscribe and all that goodness. I'm really just kind of doing this, like, realistically speaking, this is for me because I wanted to play this game and I wanted a reason to play this game. And then I remembered I've got like, you know, like 50 subs. I don't need a reason. I'll just play the game because I feel like it. I hit the peg with the highest number. I just make it over the top of that. I clear the board. I say good day, sir. See, I think now was actually honestly a good time. I think you've kind of done your business. And I think that having something like you who helps create pegs for us is good. But I don't think you're good enough to be in that slot. Or, well, maybe you are good enough to be in one of these slots. We kind of want to produce more. We want more numbies, right? The problem is that all this does is, hang on, numbers wise, this gives us like 40 points, right? Doubles 4 random pegs whose number is less than 32, which means that they're 16, which means that they turn to 32. Hang on, this was an awful purchase. Wait, take me back. Restores 1 life. I don't know. I'm not sold on it. Oh. Am I right, fellas? 10% chance to cause a giant explosion that pops all pegs once. 40% chance if you are on your last shot. That's badass. Goodbye, friend. Freeze you. Make the inflatable and summons a mega beach ball. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna put you here and you here. Maybe the mega beach ball does more for us than anything else does at this current point. Doubles the lowest number peg twice. I think you're okay, honestly. I think you are okay, honestly. And I'm coming back for you. Don't worry about it, sweetie. I'm coming back for you. I can't do like the deep, stupid like Sigma voice to say like, kitten. So I'm just not going to. I was trying to think of where that was going, but I've just decided that I'm just not going to continue that thought process. I wonder what's making the merp. Is it the inflatable dolphin that's going merp merp? Seems to be. This peg will multiply your total points by 1.5 times when popped for the first time. Awesome. So we want you on the small stuff. Oh, the big stuff is like all the way over there. Oh my god, so many pops. And we are getting like consistently really close to the board clears, which is kind of crazy. We didn't win that round. Okay, wow, that's scary. Okay, we did win that round. We are getting, like, we need to try and get something that does more for us. Force triggers all items that summon anything. That's honestly not, that's actually pretty good for our build. We've got summon, 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 summon. Oh, well, you can't be force triggered. So it's like 3 things getting force triggered. You are the highest peg. Goodbye. What the fuck? That's crazy. And also that last peg just refused to die. Oh my god, I still can't afford the cool skull. I can't afford anything. I'm broke. Broke bitches don't play this game. I can't afford the skull. I'm so close, man. I want the cool skull. I want the cool skull so bad. Do I sell something for the cool skull? Everything's upgraded except for the plastic tree. I don't think board clears do enough for us. Halves the highest number peg, doubles the lowest number peg twice. Is that good for us overall? I wish you could see what your board was before. Nah, you know what? Goodbye. Alright, we're gonna aim for the highest number peg that doesn't exist on our board, unfortunately. So I think the next logical conclusion is to try and bounce it over that way. Dude, the beach ball just go. I was one again, man. I love the inflatable dolphin so much. Yes. Okay, the first time that these are popped, it's going to do numbies. So we kind of want... We want you, man. Why are you all the way down there? Oh. That hurt the skin. Did anybody else catch that? We hit one peg for like 2,000 points and we immediately doubled our score. Like, woo! All right, at least we can hit the highest number peg. We could just go absolutely insane. Man, hitting the highest number peg is so important for us. But also, we really need to find something that gives us more points because we are barely cresting over the completion. And by barely cresting over, I mean we're clearing it by like 1 million, but like that could very quickly turn into nothing, like in an instant. As soon as I sold the Sea Cucumber 2 exists. A very funny game. Let's go to the cafe. What have we got? Ooh, hot dog. Extra 5 coins. You know what? Is it worth investing? I guess it's probably. Nah, I'm not doing anything else with the money, so it's not worth investing at this point, as far as I'm concerned. Will mimic strawberry for an extra gold. I'll take another kebab perk, thank you. Force trigger the rightmost item in your inventory when Nubby dies. I think that's fine. It's probably better, honestly, to have you here, but don't I have something that triggers something in slot 5? We do. So is it then better to have you here like this? I mean, yeah, I guess, because then these are bouncy, so there's a chance that they bounce all over the place. This guy at least explodes every now and again, so. With the flaming skull exploding on the first hit, we should basically like clear the board immediately, assuming that we're hitting the highest peg first. Never mind, I just remembered that the skull is actually only a percentage chance of going off, so having you here is probably still not bad. We got the millie. Yes, everything exploded. Good. Good, Anakin. Good. Don't touch me. When popped for the first time, all other pegs will be doubled or halved. Yuck. Oh, and it hit the millie. Whoa! Wow. Them some numbies. We really are just saying the word numbies over and over again, aren't we, Whoopi? Yes. We certainly are. Also, I'm going to have to lower this in editing because this is like insanely loud in my head, and I can only imagine how loud it is for you guys. 50% chance to double total coins, 50% chance to set them to 0, or 6 gold shish kebab. Oh, nom. Yum, 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 yum. 1 million. I think if you think about it, honestly, final boss, Tony? Hover to see the details. Tony shoots lasers from his eyes. If a peg is hit by a laser, its number will be reduced to 1? What? Are you just gonna shoot lasers from your eyes this whole time? Oh, he is. It's all right, we won. Fuck you, Tony. It's 43 minutes in the video, I can say that. Fuck you, Tony. We beat you. Get owned, dickhead. Endless mode, why not? Zone unknown the universe. I honestly didn't know that this game had an ending. I thought we were going to be way too far away from actually like winning to be able to get to this point, but sick. I didn't even know this game had an endless mode, but you know what? It makes sense because when games like this drop without an endless mode, it makes me think that the devs secretly hate the fan base that plays their games, because like it is crazy to get to this point and not just let me ride out the wave and see how far we can take this puppy, which from the feeling we are kind of like consistently going off over and over and over again. I don't see us losing too harshly. A $9 shish kebab or a $6 shish kebab? Thank you. I'll take the $6. Thank you very much. I gotta remember that my rerolls are free. Hey, a $6 shish kebab. I'll just keep on. You know, the first Nubby. I should have bought the hot dog. That's a misplay. I could have gained like, I could have been out of here with like 2 golds. That's all right. And you know what? Whoever said that this game is fun, but also kind of like an assault on the senses, they were spitting. I could realistically see myself coming home and just like playing this game for like hours and hours and hours. It's definitely one of those games. All right, we're gonna have our first miss clear. Very sad. I don't know what we can do different at this point. Oh well, apparently just shoot better, because apparently we cleared that time. I think it literally, whether we clear or don't clear, is 100% dependent on how many triggers of the inflatable dolphin we get, because this is the only way that we're increasing our score, by having these little pieces of confetti hit and increase the overall damage, the overall points that we get. Force triggers all items every 3 seconds. I don't think that the rounds are going for 3 seconds, so I'm going to take the buckshot perk, and I'm just going to continue hoping that we're lucky with our rerolls. Hey, another board clear. Did we get a board clear and we still didn't? Well, that's scary. How about we put you here and we put you here, and then we'll see if that increases our points overall. Go pants. I mean, it seems like it did a little bit more, and we board cleared, so we got our 3 gold, which is awesome. It really doesn't seem like we have much here that gives us more opportunities to get pegs, which is kind of what I was hoping for. That was, I spent 3 gold to gain 3 gold, so that's kind of pointless. Hey, 3 gold for 3 gold? Boy, howdy, I just can't stop. Somebody stop me. Doubles a random peg. Okay, you... Unfortunately, I think the skull's doing very little for us compared to everything else that we've got going on. And I really feel like we need to double our pegs. Or maybe the pants. You know what? Let's sell the pants, just because we won anyway. And you know what? I'll say it. I'm a stickler for the shish kebab, and I'm a stickler for the flaming skull. I want to see what he upgrades into. All right, we do not have the highest peg pop, so we might as well just like die. Yep, we missed by like 6 million. Okay, the highest peg pop, based. Oh, the Nubby's time only, like the timer only goes while Nubby's out, so you can't even keep this going. That's sad. I think this is kind of as good as we're gonna get, honestly. I don't think we're doing anything further, unfortunately, guys. I think this is it. Yep, the sun is now going to explode. Even though we hit our quota, we got a high score of 524 million, 120 total restocks. Honestly, looking at this currently, having this been the first run, this feels like a decent score, but I can only imagine that as the game goes on and more items are added, that this will pale in comparison to the actual crazy scores that you can get. I can see people like easily, this is another E game. Balatro is an E game. This is an E game. This is a game where your score eventually hits the E, and you're dealing with something to the 10/100th power of 10, which is crazy. I really enjoyed this game, and you know what? This is different from I mean, it's not really different from the content that I normally post. This is the kind of this is the game that I like playing. So you know, if you don't like this, you know, there might be more of this in the future, just for the sheer fact that I enjoy playing it. But I'll still be making more videos on the Bazaar and stuff. So if you did enjoy this and you made it all the way through the end, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of whatever it is, wherever you are, and please consider giving me a little subscription or a like or sharing with a friend or any of that good stuff. Makes me feel good, makes me understand that you are enjoying the content, and that's about all I got. Catch ya.